and clearly related to real-world bug bounty cases. Everything is in simple English, realistic, and how it actually appears in the wild. Hack access control, complete explanation with real bug bounty examples. Number 1, what is access control? Very basic. Access control decides WHO can access something, what they can access, what actions they can perform. Think of it like a building. Role allowed, visitor, lobby only, employee, office floor, admin, server room. If a visitor enters the server room, access control is broken. Number 2, authentication versus authorization, very important. Many beginners confuse this. Authentication, who are you? Login, password, token, session. Authorization, what are you allowed to do? View profile, edit data, access admin panel. IDOR happens when authentication exists, but authorization is missing. 3, broken access control, OWASP Top 10. Broken access control means app does not properly check permissions. Users can access data or actions they should not. IDOR is the most common type of broken access control. Hashtag real-world bug bounty examples, 3 cases. All examples below are realistic, high impact, and commonly rewarded. Example 1, IDOR in user profile, classic bug bounty. Scenario, real world. A social media website provides this API. You can see the code in our conversation history. Normal behavior. User A, ID equal 5001, logs in and accesses. You can see the code in our conversation history. Response. You can see the code in our conversation history. Hash attack bug bounty finding. User A changes ID. You can see the code in our conversation history. Response. You can see the code in our conversation history. Why this is a bug? User is authenticated, but authorization check is missing. App never checks. Open quote, does this user own this profile? Close quote. Impact, PII exposure, privacy violation, GDPR issues. Bug bounty result, high severity. Frequently paid 1,000 to 5,000. At example 2, order details IDOR e-commerce bug. Scenario, an e-commerce site uses, you can see the code in our conversation history. Normal use, user views own order. You can see the code in our conversation history. Attack change order ID, you can see the code in our conversation history. Response shows other customer's name, address, phone number, products ordered. Root cause, access control failure. Backend logic, you can see the code in our conversation history. Missing, you can see the code in our conversation history. Nath costs, impact, data leak, business trust loss, compliance violations, bug bounty reality, often critical. Paid $2,000, $10,000. Example 3, admin function access, vertical privilege escalation. Scenario, normal users should not access admin APIs. Admin endpoint, you can see the code in our conversation history. Attack, normal user logs in and manually sends, you can see the code in our conversation history. Response, you can see the code in our conversation history. Why this happens, app checks login only, does not check role, admin versus user. Bad logic, you can see the code in our conversation history. Correct logic, you can see the code in our conversation history. Impact, full user database exposure. Account takeover paths, total platform compromise. Bug bounty outcome, critical, can go 10,000 plus. 4, types of access control failures. Hummer 1, horizontal privilege escalation, access other users' data. Same role, different user. Example, you can see the code in our conversation history. Shent 2, vertical privilege escalation, user, admin. Example, you can see the code in our conversation history. 3, function level access control, accessing actions not allowed. Example, you can see the code in our conversation history. 5, why access control bugs are so common. Developers trust front-end. Developers assume user won't change ID. Missing centralized authorization checks. Microservices with weak auth sync. APIs reused by mobile apps. Number 6, how bug bounty hunters find access control bugs. Step-by-step mindset. 1, login as normal user. 2, capture request burp. 3, identify IDs, object references. 4, modify user ID, order ID, file ID. 5, observe response. If data changes but request is allowed. Number 7, proper access control. Secure rule, golden rule. Open quote, never trust user input for authorization, close quote. Secure backend check example. You can see the code in our conversation history. 8, defense in depth best practice, authentication, authorization, role checks, ownership checks, logging, rate limiting. 9. Why bug bounty programs love access control bugs. Easy to verify, high real-world impact, no race conditions, no complex exploits needed, direct user data exposure. Number 10, key takeaways must remember. Access control login. IDOR is an authorization failure. Changing IDs is not hacking, it's testing logic. Every object must have an ownership check. Most real bug bounty payouts involve access control. If you want next, how to hunt access control bugs step by step. Access control checklist for bug bounty. Mobile app access control bugs. GraphQL access control failures. Live lab style walkthrough. Just tell me.